the time. Day was in my mother's room. I think we would have won if we could shackle. Personally, that was the what happens. Imagine what happens if we can shackle both dragons down. One of the 3 blood magic lords pulls a shackle. The next turn, Ulfric's Uprising. It was going to be glorious. It was not, as I said, it was risky because we could have just gone for reanimate Red Brahmin into Merchant's Camel.
January 2017.
But I just found what happens if he has a javelin? What happened if he has? I like my deck more. What happens if he has a javelin? If he has a javelin, then I'm screwed, right? Because the Red Brahmin of the moon. Because if he your creation is inspired by every move. You're the science in the stars.
There is beauty, there is fire in your eyes. Here we are, face to face. Lost in
Tree Miner.
the God of time and space.
The universe declares your praise, singing holy, holy is your name. Hello, tamer of the tides. Every day you're moving deeper in my life. You're the wildness in the wind, and I feel you so much closer in my skin. It's arguable that was not necessary. But we're overreacting because last time we were against this, I don't want to see what happens if he puts another goblin. The universe. Oh my goodness. Holy is your name. That's bad. I can feel my heartbeat beating. I can hear my God is speaking. King of creation, breathe upon me. Heartbeat beating. My spirit speaking. Dude, I don't know about this. Kill this Primo man. Heartbeat beating. He's gonna brute mana mark on my. Oh, he can't do it yet. Oh boy. Breathe amazing. Here we are. Face to face. Leaf Lurker, oh my goodness. That is funny. I do not want to see a Leaf Lurker in him. He should sacrifice something else. Leaf Lurker? Dude. Oh! Here we are. Face to face.
Hello, maker of the moon. You were there when I was in
My mother's womb. Uh-oh, Mana America can steal Razumdar. Dude, he's gonna Mana Marco Razumdar. Dude, this game is a Razumdar. 100%. I just realized. Or Mana Marco Razumdar. Oh, where's Zifkin Banelord when you need him? Oh, that is good. Oh. Ooh. Red Blood Magic Lord. Blood Magic Lord. Dude. Wow. Wow, we need plays. Oh, Zifkin Banelord's here. Oh, Shearpoint Dragon. Shearpoint Dragon. Oh, Jesus, this is so good.
of the moon.
There's no way. Look, there's no way we could have won this. Has inspired. Dude, this is hilarious, boys. Let's not mess up. Last time we messed up so bad. You're the science in the stars.
There is beauty, there is fire in your eyes.
That is so hilarious. Thank you, God. We are face to face. Thank you, God. Lost in wonder at the God of. This game went from unwinnable to won. Universe. See, like when God gives you a cosmic Shearpoint Dragon, you know, gotta recognize. Failure to be thankful for your gifts does not result in more gifts. That was epic. That was epic. Hello, tamer of the tides.
Every day
Finzy in my. Admittedly, I thought I had the Zifkin in my base. You're the smartest in the wind, and I feel you so much closer in my skin.
here we are, face to face. Lost in
The universe declares your praise, singing holy. Face to face, lost in wonder at the God. I guess You know, God sometimes just drops you a Shearpoint Dragon or a Xivyken Banelord. All you gotta do is ask. All you gotta do is ask. That was seriously, that was the craziest. I got to highlight that replay right now. Like, it was two top decks in a row. And what's hilarious is I was like, when I saw the Doom. I saw the Doom there. You know? Doom. What? Mana Marco into a Blood Magic Lord. 2 of those were my cards. 3 of those. They're all my cards. I can hear my goddess speaking. Beating. We're gonna have a singing break. So if you want to see more games, we're literally gonna sing a couple songs and then amaze me. Maybe that's a good one to call it. It's because we have to eat breakfast and go somewhere. God is speaking. So if you want to see more high octane gameplay, you're out of luck. Move to the next channel if you'd like, but we're just gonna heartbeat beating, spirit screaming, creation, you amaze me. Spirit screaming, king of creation, you amaze me. Here we are, face to face, lost in wonder at the God of time and space. The universe, there's your praise, singing holy, holy is your name. Here we are, face to face, lost in wonder at the God of time and space. The universe declares your praise, singing holy, holy is your name. Hello, maker of the moon. You were there when I was in my mother's womb. Alright, so you'll hear some people say they don't believe in luck. And they might say, well, something like, God is in control, there's no such thing as luck. I am not one of those people. I actually believe that luck and God are completely not incompatible. An example of this is in game design. If a game designer makes a game like Elder Scrolls Legends, right? They can actually build in probabilities. They can build in real probabilities. Like, for example, when you open a card pack, right? A game designer can set fixed probabilities into a card pack. Yet at the same time, they can also unlock every single card in the game for anyone's account. So, to me, I do believe God loves math. I think he does really enjoys probabilities. He really enjoys numbers. In fact, he enjoys numbers big, numbers small. And I think that probabilities are a beautiful thing. And I think if everything, I think that just like a game designer makes some of these card packs completely random, so even when they open it, they also get the feeling of excitement. They could also rig it. They could also rig the card pack as well. singing holy, holy is your name. And these events can happen in probability. You call these instances of what is the probability you draw 3 barrow stalkers in a row? What's the probability you draw a Xivyken Banelord or a Shearpoint Dragon one after another one, right? Each moment, like drawing a Xivyken Banelord, that's an event. Drawing a Xivyken Banelord followed by a Shearpoint Dragon, that's a less probable event because now you have 2 things that need to happen as opposed to 1. So the probability of drawing a Xivyken Banelord is higher than drawing a Xivyken Banelord followed immediately by a Shearpoint Dragon. And sometimes, sometimes it's hard to see both directions. Like the way I see it is luck is a real thing. It's a real phenom. And at the same time, I believe God can rig luck. He can control luck. He can control probabilities. He can adjust the numbers just like a game designer can. At will. Anytime, because he is the game designer who made probability. So probabilities like God has a spreadsheet somewhere, and in it is the probabilities of all things, and he could make special instances occur. You praise. To me, that's how I feel. Holy, holy. So, when playing a game of chance, computer card games are both games of chance and games of skill. And one of the things that makes things exciting, I'm discovering, is this experience of newness or freshness. And randomness makes things new and fresh. So there is a real randomness. And randomness enables awkward situations, exciting situations, new opportunities, and they can be skill testing. So if a game of, some people say if it's a game of chance, then it is not a game of skill. But actually, how to interact with chance and the different opportunities that arise. For example, you're playing poker and you have a really crappy hand, but skill in these instances you can't just like straight up overcome people's skill, but skill allows you to maximize your luck. You take the luck you have and you make it dance. You really push it to its limit. So there's this actual business concept called return on luck. And it's described by Jim Collins how it's described as a strategy of, okay, no matter what luck befalls me, whether it's bad luck or good luck, let's put it on a numerical scale. So luck can be measured. So you can say luck is like, let's pretend how much money did you were born into a family and how much net worth did they have, right? So that's measurable. You could say your luck was either $0, $, that's in debt, $, $0 means nothing saved, or it can go up 500, 500,000, 500 million, 50 billion, right? Your family can be all on that scale, okay? And return on luck says, okay, your luck is what you got. So you started at negative 500, you started at 500,000, you started on 5 billion. How did you use it? How well did you maximize your return on that? So there are people who were born in families that had it real bad. There are tons of people who have had it real bad. Negative, like very negative. Tons of people who started at zero. Tons of people who started with net worth $10, $20 as a family. I think we should recognize that. And then they were able to take those $10 and squeeze the value out of it and get even more value out of it. And then there are plenty of people who started with 50 billion, 5 million, and then instead of growing the family's net worth, actually decreased the family's net worth. And that is negative return on luck. So instead of looking just at how much you have, it's also about what do you get out of what you have. Like how well did you use what you had? What how well did you steward it? And to me, that's a very, very attractive thing. Like, I think the way I believe about God, there's a talent. There's a story in the New Testament called the story of the talents, or the parable of the talents. And basically, the story goes that there was a businessman, a master, who had 3 servants. He gave one servant 1 talent. As a talent is interesting choice of word, because 1 talent in those days meant money. It was like a gold bar. It's like in Chinese they have taels. So it was their currency. So he gave one person the businessman gave one servant 1 talent, another servant 5 talents, and another servant 10 talents. And he came back and he judged their performance based on not how much he gave them, but how well they were able to use what he gave them. So if he gave a person 1 talent, that's like, I'm giving you, you get to start with, your family's net worth is $500. And when he gave another person 10 talents, that's like, I gave you family net worth. We're isolating only for money because it's more easier to measure. $5 billion. And the test of life is, how well did you use what you were given? So if a person ends their life with not as much as another person, but that's not what's being measured. It's from where they started. Where did they start and where did they end up? Who were they and who did they become? And I think the ultimate question, the end of life, that I think is the most important question, is when we die, does our Maker want to hang out with us again? Does he want to see us again? I think that's the main goal. Because I look at this life and it's full of bullshit. There was a shooting in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor. A member of the Navy actually fired at civilians. You know, I will keep talking about this because I believe these are important issues. And he killed his fellow man, basically. 2 of them. I believe upon death, I don't know if it's immediate, but I know after death, I think we get a chance to see our Maker, and I think we get to talk to him. I believe we get to make our own case. I believe that some people, when they see their Maker, will be absolutely terrified. Absolutely terrified. Think of all the people who lived only to harm other people. That means they were stealing from the Maker, because the Maker made other people. So if you lived your life fucking up other people, and then you meet their Maker, that's going to be an awkward conversation. And some people will be unable to defend themselves. Some people will see their Maker and they'll not be able. They will immediately know they're fucked. Is what it comes down to. And it didn't matter how much wealth they accumulated. It didn't matter how many girls they banged. It didn't matter how many people followed you on Instagram. There's only one person's opinion who matters when it comes to the afterlife. It's the Maker. When the Maker sees us, what is his opinion of you? What is his opinion of me? When we die, no one else's opinion will ever matter. Heartbeat beating. I believe in a very merciful Maker, a very lenient Maker, a very kind Maker, but a very just Maker. I believe in a Maker who will actually try to make excuses for us. I see a Maker who will do everything and anything trying to give us a chance, a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. But even then, hi Levios. What's interesting is you say that sentence, but every single person who takes a gun and shoots people doesn't believe that. They don't believe that. And it's actually very widespread at this time that there is no higher power, that there is no God, and there is no afterlife, and there is no judgment, that the order of the stars is completely random. There's actually this, I like this proof here, the orbit of Venus. I like to call it the dance of Venus. The orbit of Venus and the Earth, if anyone believes there is no higher power, no order in the universe, they should just look at this GIF. This GIF, to me, if you tell me that's random, I mean, that means it's like to me, it's like you see the Mona Lisa and you're saying this thing popped out of nowhere. You're saying, it's like you're on a beach and then you see a tank and you're like, oh, that's natural. It's like you see a tank on the beach and you're like, oh, that's natural. A normal person would see even a wheel of a tank and say, oh, this is proof that someone was here. There was an ancient civilization here. But the dance of Earth and Venus, to me, it is a proof of kind. It is a subtle proof, but it is a very obvious proof that we live in a universe that has a designer. And think about it. Humans are interesting. If you were the maker of the earth and the maker of humans, wouldn't you want to talk to people? If you saw people who are really cool, wouldn't you want to bring them back to life if you could? So I think the first question is, can God bring people back to life? I think it's absolutely yes, because it's absolutely yes in my opinion, because game designers in their own games can respawn people at will. At World of Warcraft, you die, they can respawn you at will. And if we talk about power, the God of this universe does not seem to lack horsepower. Like, look at the rest of the universe. 1 billion trillion stars. There's 1 billion trillion stars. Everything we consider powerful on our planet, everything we've considered powerful on our mythologies, they don't even approach the true power that clearly exists. There's clearly a true power. Like, the sun is not powerful at all. We think of the sun, think of all the cultures that have worshipped the sun as a god. Like, the number of societies and cultures for thousands and millennia, we've worshipped the moon and the stars, and we have learned that is folly. Those things are weak. Like, the sun is weak. Compare the sun to all the other stars. It is nothing special. So, humans, we're very proud of ourselves. Our achievements are, we made an obelisk. We made the Great Pyramid, the Pyramids of Giza. It just took like 60 years. We made the Great Wall of China. The maker of the heavens and the earth laughs at that. What the hell is the Great Wall of China compared to a mountain? It's nothing. It's nothing. What is the entire earth compared to the cosmos? It's not even a drop of water. If you compared a drop of water in the ocean, Earth is not even a drop of water in the cosmos. That is, and these are like facts. Like, that's like, it's like not even like, you could like, if you measured time and space, the space of the cosmos alone, there is more, the ocean, like the ocean and the ratio of a water droplet's volume to the ocean is greater than the Earth's volume to the rest of the cosmos. And that's what makes me sing about these songs. It's what makes me talk about these things. People really don't believe. People really think these things is bullshit. Like everything I just said, people don't see. They don't see it. And I don't think that's coincidence. Like, I don't even try to like guilt trip people. I'm not even trying to say, hey, if you can't see it, you're dumb. You're not. If you can't see it, you're normal. Because I couldn't see it for a long time either. Holy is your name. But I really believe that if we ask ourselves that, it will save us a lot of wrong decisions if we ask ourselves this question. What would the maker of the universe think if he existed? If we did this and there was a maker of the universe, what would he think? That's just simple. Some people have tried to rationalize things. Like they've tried to rationalize things like, look at me. Okay, let's take your challenge, Chris. Let's pretend there's a maker of the universe. He's clearly cruel. He's clearly uncaring. Look at the way of nature. Look at the circle of life. Look at the predator and the prey, Chris. It's survival of the fittest. Might is right. He who kills, he who conquers, he can become a god. He can rise. Power is the 48 laws of power. That's the only laws that matter. And I will tell you, that's a very pretty lie. It's a very pretty sounding lie. Because it enshrouds itself in some type of enlightenment. It does use science. Use empiricism, observe the animals. What the hell do? They just fuck, kill, and eat. That's all they do. Now, the logic by that is, if that's what animals do, humans ought to do the same thing, because humans are only animals. That's the logic. Many people walk the earth today thinking humans are nothing but animals. So what's the difference whether they just eat, kill, fuck? That's all they do. And I think, how can we expose this as a lie? Well, animals don't make music. You can say, oh, chimpanzees make drum. Okay, they don't make sophisticated compositions. Where has a monkey written literature? Where's the literature? Where's their libraries? I think the moment humans use animals as the role models, it's a huge mistake. Their brain powers. It's like let me say this. It's like looking down instead of looking up. All right. If animals do exist, they really don't do that many complicated stuff. Okay. Their behavior is fairly predictable. That's why they're easy to hunt down for hunters. Okay. Even the strongest, the fastest, even the most sly creature on this earth, animals, they're no match for humans. We can catch them. And when we look at them as a role model, it's like an adult looking at a baby saying, baby's goo goo gaga, so I should goo goo gaga. And let's think about it. If our whole society looked at babies as our example and goo goo gaga, or if every single human being actually looked at animals as a role model, do you want to live in that society? I would 100% consider that society worse. And that's the main tester. You could say, let's test your theory. Let's test your theory. You say humans are nothing but animals. Well, let's make three societies and compare them. Society number 1, they believe what you just said. They all behave like animals. What happens? Society number 2, they do not do what you just said. Society number 3, instead of looking at animals as the example, instead of looking at humans as the example, what do they look at? A higher way. Look for a better example. And if we compare these 3 societies, I'm pretty sure even the scientist who said we're nothing but animals would never choose the society that actually behaved like they were animals. So you just do a case study. Okay, you guys behave like animals. We behave like we're not animals. And then there's a third group that behaves like there's a God or a higher way. I don't want to say God per se, because there are many instances of religious governments, religious societies that you love to use God as a They used God as a label to act like animals or even demons. If that it's really easy, really. It's really easy to do that. Like, it's easy for people to just wear clothes, pretend to be holy, put like holy incense, act nice, and then they conduct their evil ways. And they kind of just take advantage of the semblance of goodness. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to meet my maker. Like, I really think meeting my maker is going to be dope. I think all of my shortcomings, all of my impairments, like I have very bad eyesight, for example. I'm ecstatic. I just know when I talk to my maker, I say, Maker, my eyes were bad on earth. Can you give me good vision? He'll give me better vision than I could even dream of. He can give me better vision than any laser eye surgery, LASIK, optometrist, ophthalmologist. I believe it. If the maker of the universe can create a universe so large, he can see his eyesight must be very good. There's a Okay, so I'm going to log off on this. I'm going to say one of my favorite Bible verses. Like, this is such a deep verse. Psalm 94:9. Does he who fashioned the ear not hear? Does he who formed the eye not see? This verse basically says, look, if we have ears and someone made the ear, he obviously can hear. If we have eyes and there's someone who made eyes, then he must be able to see. How can someone make us eyes and not see? How can someone make us ears and not hear? So if my eyesight's really garbage right now, maybe it was there so that I will appreciate beautiful eyesight when I get it. One day, I will have great eyesight, and I'll be so thankful. Imagine this, just, I have my crappy eyesight right now, and then I get the amazing eyesight. Woo! That alone can make me happy for eternity. Probably. So it's a setup. One way of looking at our life is every single shortcoming, every single failing, potentially is a setup. Because if you couldn't walk in this lifetime, and you meet your maker when you die, and you tell your maker, Lord or God or maker, it wasn't fair. I wanted to walk with other kids. I couldn't go on dates like normal people. I had to work out with a wheelchair. You can make your case and say, God, I know you can make people walk. You've made other people walk. I just didn't have that ability. Can you make me walk? And maybe he's like, sure, let's make you fly. Now imagine the disparity. Our finite human experience, our 1 to 120 years on this earth, with all its suffering, suddenly becomes the cherry on top of what can be an existence that is far greater, where all of a sudden, if we were born with perfect eyesight, the ability to fly, etc., we would probably be just like the angels. That means we would not be thankful for what we had. If we actually had perfect everything, if we had perfect good food in this life, and then we have perfect good food in the next life, how can we even know, like, why would we be that thankful? We wouldn't be that thankful. But for every person who's experienced hunger in this life, when they see their maker, he could even died of hunger. They can see their maker, I believe, and their maker can say, from here on out, it's a feast. And the Bible uses a lot of these examples of feasts. So take care, guys. I hope that was meaningful. Levios, I like how you think, because I find it very hard. Like, I think one of the problems. I'll call you right back. I think one of the problems with our current literati, our intellectuals, is that I think we should encourage people to cultivate a spirit of wonder, to ask questions. Right now, I've seen in our generation a very strong spirit of arrogance, a very strong, this idea, like so many kids are like, science, 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 and they don't even know how to practice science. Like they're like saying, I believe in science, I don't believe in superstitions. But the way they're packaging it, they actually believe in a superstition. They don't even know what real science is. And I think that our intellectuals can do a better job of reinstating a spirit of humility and wonder. Instead of people saying, that person's stupid, or like, that's dumb. Like you do see this, right? You see this a lot. You see when people argue over anything, instead of coming up with a clever proof or getting good examples or producing a real theory, they just say people are stupid. And that is not science. So, take care. It was fun. And have a good day. God bless.